Build costs have gone up, HMOs are more expensive to deliver, the rents haven't reflected it in that much, so maybe we're just out of the good times, and this is why I love buildings that don't require any new build.
HMO build cost.
So this, what you can see in front of us, is actually the first HMO that Central Suites did. I think we bought it 9 years ago and finished the renovations about 8 years ago. It's a little 4-bedroom, well actually when we bought it, it was a 3-bedroom house, and we convert the sitting room, if you can see visually, into an additional bedroom with an ensuite. You can crudely see the floor plans that I drew there. So it ended up being a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom ensuite house, and it was a super easy fit out really. We didn't do any extensions, the loft was already converted. We obviously had to make sure everything was fire compliant, in consideration with HMO licensing, but it was a really straightforward little project, and we actually ended up spending about £50,000 including construction and furniture, which if you average that out, it's about £12,500 per bedroom. This next project is significantly larger, but we've actually averaged about £17,500 per bed build cost in the sort of flurry of projects that we've been delivering to date. And that's kind of like our average cost. So if we reflect back to one that Ben and I own, which is Mail, I think we spent about 100 grand on that particular property. And that is a 5-bedroom, just over 20 grand a unit. And the main change here is obviously build cost change. I solely trust this builder is actually probably making a similar, if not less of a margin on this deal than he might have on the first one. So, you know, the relationship is significantly stronger.
Sorry to interrupt. If you're new here, this video has probably been pulled from one of our live video broadcasts where we show insights into our 6, 7, and 8-figure businesses. We're live every week showing the inner workings of our business, sharing tips, templates, and strategies that you can take away and use in your own business to help you grow and be more profitable. If you've not checked it out yet, head over to the live section on our YouTube channel where you can see all of the back catalog of videos where we cover everything that you need to be a successful entrepreneur and a property developer. Back to the video.
For this one, we're converting, if you can see on the screen there, just a standard house. We're knocking down the rear extension, which has actually already been knocked down. And we're building a nice 8-meter extension on the rear of the house to create eventually a 7-bedroom HMO. We've had budgets back, and we think the initial price, which we obviously have to refine, is all part of that conversation with the contractor when it comes to agreeing the right price strip. But their initial gambit was 220k base build costs, and that's not including kitchen, floor finishes, furniture, all of the above, which is averaging about 30 to 35k per unit. If you actually do the maths, that's like a 40% increase on what we typically build out at. I'd say it's 140% increase on what we were building at 8 years ago. And it just goes to show the way that the build costs have moved. You do have to be on your numbers with the build costs with HMOs, and you obviously want to make sure you're getting the end valuations. We will probably do a bit of value engineering on this and see if there's areas that we can save on that, because we're not necessarily selling it as a finished product. Therefore, we might be able to have a cost saving in certain areas to improve that. But it is obviously a lumpy asset, but I just thought that would be worthwhile sort of sharing. The easier way to work out the build cost for this is to actually go with our £17,500 per bed. Maybe that might just be at 20%, 20k per bed. We're now in a new world. And then you work out the new build cost, which is the ground floor rear which I would call an abnormal, because not every house has new build. And we're also converting the loft. So the way that you could work that out is 7 times 20 to get to your base build costs. Add the loft conversion, add the single story rear extension, and then you're roughly getting to the similar sort of figure. But essentially, build costs have gone up, HMOs are more expensive to deliver, the rents haven't reflected it in that much, so maybe we're just out of the good times. And this is why I love buildings that don't require any new build, because this, obviously being part of a new build, does mean that you've got to get all of the groundwork done, you've got to get all the drainage done, you've got to get the walls up, you've got to go watertight, which delays HMOs even longer when you're trying to get that income as soon as you can. Any HMO that doesn't require any new build work is right up the street. That's where we're at with build costs. I know HMO landlords that have been building out a 30k unit across the board regardless, and they're quite high-end fit out. We actually prefer to do a very logical, methodical layout with obviously nice use of space, nice use of light, nice use of access, nice use of bedroom space. Many en-suites the property can accommodate, but we actually do all of the heavy design stuff just purely in the fixtures and fittings and furnishing, so that we're not, painting. I cringe when I see all of these architraves painted in like deep blue, because I can't see that lasting the standard time. And I think that's just going to have to be repainted very soon. Whereas we go brilliant white. We do have some feature walls, but to repaint those feature walls is a lot less work than all of the woodwork within the house. So we do go with almost like a timeless classic feel, which I think does save us quite a significant amount in our construction costs, especially towards the end in design.
If you got value from this video, make sure you click the subscribe button down below and ring the notification bell, because we release one video at least every week, so be the first to get notified. See you on the next one.